Hey, y'all, welcome to the CP Podcast. This is a brand new podcast that we're doing. This is the first episode. Episode 1. It's kind of like the pilot, but we know we're getting the second episode. So there's a lot more, confidence in us. We're going to be talking about all kind of shit, conspiracies and our take on conspiracies and what's going on in the world and our take on what's going on in the world and, just our take on stuff and our take on stuff. But really just, a lot of chance to just talk and kick it. I will have guests. But today it's just me. It's the first episode. You don't get no threesome on your first date. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Fuck me first. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll introduce you to somebody. But like, don't do me like that. Fuck around, have me going second. We're not doing that. Anyway, I do have, however, an informational genius with me. Maya's here.
Hello.
Hey. So, I first met Maya on doing Wording Gets Hard with Tahir.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw how ironclad informational you were and how unbiased your opinion was. And it was like, oh man, when Matt Barnes had like threw that ball in Kobe's face and then Kobe had him on the team the next time, it's because like, yeah, you want to be associated with like informational geniuses and monsters. So that's why she's here, man, because I really appreciate that. And then we also got Amir on the boards, on the ones and twos, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no camera for him, but just know he's there. That's how shit gets done. You feel me? You don't need to see behind the scenes. Behind the curtain is a bad motherfucker.
What's up, everybody?
Yeah, see that? That's all you need to know. That's the last thing you hear. For pop, 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 pop. We off the block. Slow down. You know what I'm saying? Because I want Maya to really hit me with some topics. You said something earlier that threw me completely off, and I've been waiting for it anyway. Right? And you just said 3 words, right? I walked in, you said aliens in Ukraine. Now, hold on. Now, this is how I feel automatically. This being an unjust war, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the heart that this Russian president is displaying in history, it feels like it's time for some type of divine interference, as it has always portrayed itself in the Bible back in Dolly. Like, this is what happened. These unjust, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and you watch movies like what is it called? The Eternals. It has like Selma Hayek.
Oh yeah, it's new. It just came out.
Yeah. Like at like the end of last year, it came out. It's really, really good, but it kind of shows how aliens came down. Not aliens, but as we would know them. And like help bring technology along and help to, and I feel like, and they had the ability to like stop wars and stop, and I feel like some kind of interference right now with everybody focusing on that. It just feels tense enough to where that would be a grand stage for the entrance of whatever is out there. Now you tell me what happened.
Well, first I'm gonna say I think it's interesting that you assume these aliens are on the side of good, because there's no reason to think someone interfering would be on the side of good until they prove themselves to be good.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I think that. Because automatically I assume that the aliens wouldn't have anything to gain on either side, right? Like, what's the difference to someone who's not from this planet in Russia and Ukraine as it pertains to them arguing over territory? So I feel like an alien to come in and be like, sit your asses down. Sit your bitch asses down. Sit your bitch asses down and shut the fuck up. Put that shit down before I fuck both y'all up. Niggas be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
You feel me? So, but go ahead. So explain it to me.
Well, I don't think aliens would be on the side of good, because for a while humans weren't on the side of good. It says that the Ukrainians are telling stories of divine intervention on the battlefield, just like you said. Okay. So we have here, CBN director explains that although his fellow countrymen are showing incredible strength and resiliency in their war with Russia, they're also experiencing some divine intervention. Litvinenko, I'm sorry if I butchered that name, said one man shared with him a story of his son who's serving in the Ukrainian army. He said the man told him on one dark night the soldiers were holding their positions and discovered there were a lot of Russian Federation tanks and other units coming directly at them. It appeared the soldiers would have trouble defending themselves. He picked up his phone. He called his father. Dad, you have to pray right now. We're in a situation. So the father started praying, and he said, there's some miracle that's happened. It looks like an attack on the Russians from a spaceship. there was some kind of lightning shooting from the sky, and the sparks were spreading everywhere. But he basically said that the aliens, the UFOs, we don't know where they are. What if they're the U.S. Secret technology is helping the Ukrainians?
First of all, I ain't gonna lie, that sounds like some bullshit. I wish it was a little better. You know what I'm saying? Because I was, me, I be wanting to believe some shit. But when the dad threw himself in there, like, then he called me, it was like, pray. And I shot one up real quick, pop to the Lord. And bam, as soon as I did that, the motherfucking lightning came like, nigga, why would you include yourself? Like, this good ass story, here you come. And so then, that's when I prayed. I said, God, it's me. Ukraine, Letrilachikin, daddy. Letrilachikin, it's me. Letrilachikin, whatever you said his name was. You know what I'm saying? Letrilachikin. No, I got it. Letrilachikin. Hey, it's me, Letrilachikin. Hook my son and them up real quick with a few lightning bolts. Yeah, the extra strength lightning that can kill multiple tanks. Not the quick lightning that hit trees and, can barely evaporate a tree. I'm talking about the ones that can kill tanks. Thanks, Dad. It's like, come on, man. Fuck, I wish it was real.
Wait a minute. So you don't think that the aliens have disabled our nuclear weapons? Because this is the story been going on for a while, that the aliens have come and disabled our nuclear weapons because we're not supposed to have nuclear reactions here.
Who said our nuclear weapons got disabled?
Have we used them?
We haven't had to.
I don't know.
I bet you we take that bitch real high in the sky and drop that motherfucker down. I bet. I bet you. I bet you some shit'll happen. I bet you that happened. They disabled the motherfucking thing. Yeah, all right. Drop that bitch off one of them Delta flights. See if we don't smoke Utah the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, I guess. I just wish the aliens would come down and do better shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, here is the really, 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 really good VR. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's the VR that you kind of play at the mall. You know what I'm saying? Like, give us some good shit. That's what they was doing in Eternals. Is that the fucking name of the movie?
The Eternals. It was Halle Berry?
Yeah, Halle Berry.
Yeah.
Wait. Was Halle Berry in it? No, I don't know.
Selma Hayek. Selma Hayek
was in it. Yeah.
Selma Hayek. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was really, really good. Anyway, but Brian T. Henry, he was in it, and he was playing the alien, the Eternal that was kind of like in charge of the new technology, and he was trying to give like caveman an engine, and they was like, whoa, slow down. They don't understand this yet. And it was like, dang, like, imagine what we don't understand yet right now.
I don't know if I assume the aliens would be good if they came. Because let's say way back ancient history, like you're saying, not quite caveman, a little bit after that. The Greek gods and the Roman gods, they weren't good. They were powerful, but they weren't nice to people.
Right, but in the true presence of real power, there would be a balance. Right? I think that everything would, it's like, I think what we think is good is so merciful and all of that, but it's not that. It's like the presence of them alone would balance out things, number one. Number two, the fact that they don't have the same things to gain as we do would also let us gain some perspective about what we have anyway. Like, there's nothing that I feel like we have that they would want unless they want our water. Unless they want, you know what I'm saying? Like, then it's like, oh, wow, this thing that we took for granted, these other planets don't have that, and they need our water, and they'll come down here and kill all of us for our water, some shit like that. But it's like, for the most part, I just feel like, and they might be stealing water, like, like a few 80 million gallons a night, and we never even know it. And they up there just like, and we like, oh, something wrong, shit is melting. And these motherfuckers are stealing, you know what I'm saying? Which is, they stupid. Why don't they take a couple ice caps? Take some fucking glaciers. Pop out, take a couple glaciers real quick.
What if they're here, but they're not 3-dimensional? What if they're like 4-dimensional, weaving in and out of time and space?
Well, that's a possibility too. I also believe that, we are arrogant to the fact that we are the water people on the water planet. It's almost not a coincidence that we have just as much water inside of us as there is on the planet, as far as a percentage wise, right? Mm-hmm. That gives us a balance to be able to survive on this planet, right? The fact that we're all juicy, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything on the planet is juicy. This planet is full of juicy motherfuckers, right? But then you go to like, say like what's the next planet? Not Mercury, but Venus. No, not Venus. What's the little vapor planet? Which one?
Venus is on one side and Mars is on the other. Venus is vapor.
Okay, yeah. So Venus, right?
Yeah.
Let's say like Venus, by Venus being vapor, and we go to Venus looking for life. We're not looking for vapor-esque beings. And so what happens is, maybe on that planet, just like, they've been trying to tell us like how it's different kind of people. Like you look at the water bender, and he go around and look at the fire people, but it's like, dog, these people could be vapors, and they might even be what we think are ghosts, but they really just are vapor style beings that kind of can. Oh, it was a ghost in here. No, it was a motherfucking alien. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. Or like, there's different like fire people. So like you wouldn't see them unless you was inside a volcano. They might be on Earth, but they like chilling inside of a volcano because that's the spot. Like we go to other planets looking for water. That's all we look for to see if it's life. We're so arrogant. Like we are the water people. So this is the water planet, and we are that. We go somewhere looking for us. These people, they maybe they're not juicy like us. Maybe they're, you know what I'm saying? Maybe their whole compound is different and some shit that we couldn't even imagine because the compound of their, you know what I'm saying, environment. Like, so, if you were of a planet of fire, you would go to a volcano. If you were a planet of, vapor, you would be fucking around up in our clouds.
That's interesting.
Looking for life. Imagine flying through our clouds, being like, "There's nothing here. There's nothing. These clouds are nothing. These are just. It's like mad. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, on their planet, a cloud is a person. A cloud is walking around and formed and got a suit on because that's what they are. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that, a connection with a being that can make a connection with us, we could probably learn who else they made a connection with and what are they actually looking for. That's why, on these you got to look at like the macro and not the micro. Like you look at Star Trek and Fifth Element and all that, and it's showing you all of these different alien beings, but the micro is that they're showing you that it's different compounds of the same element. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a big slime ball, then it has eyes. Those eyes are a direct correlation to what we know eyes are, and immediately, oh yeah, that's this. But it's like sometimes it's not even that. It's like some new jellyfish that they just discovered that they don't know where the fuck another one is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because we project what we think eyes are, and that doesn't even have eyes.
Exactly, because it doesn't need eyes.
Yeah,
right. Because we've already proven that there is some evolutionary points that of animals that don't even need eyes. Newts and like underground blind animals that use like sonar. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, yeah, like, eyes are not really necessary all the time.
So that would be like the jinn. You're saying the jinn, which are in the Islamic world, they're like demons. So they would be an alien, and we perceive them as a demon because they are fire-based. This is interesting. This is an article that says the world's oldest fossils show sulfur-based microbes lived 3.4 billion years ago. Ooh, that's creepy. Let me screenshot.
So think
this
about
and
this
share
though. Think about this. Imagine that your planet becomes the ideal environment for another species, right? So a meteor hits Earth. Our core is exposed, right, for let's say 500 years, which some people come down here like, oh man, it's a nice molten-y ass planet. It's a good place to, you know what I'm saying? And then, after a while, the clouds might part and it starts raining. And then now it's like these motherfuckers are not, they all die out for whatever reason. Like this planet is such a small, sensitive thing. Like you see how a disease could float around this planet.
Yeah.
And wipe out. It's like the elements have to be almost gearing towards the perfect scale for us to really be a harmonious species on this planet. Shit could get wicked. You know what I'm saying? Like conditions can change. Like, we start talking about nukes and we start talking about blocking the sun over there, which is going to make it colder over here, which is going to shift now we got the tropics in Michigan and it's fucking a frozen tundra in California, and that's in 30 years, and you think it's like some, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
you know.
Have you heard the theory that UFO abductions now and demon possessions in the Middle Ages are very similar? The phenomenon is very similar.
Explain that.
Because people used to say that they were visited by demons and they were visited by, devils or whatever. But that's
Right.
how they understood the world. And that's how they understood what they knew versus what they didn't know.
Yeah, because
And-
back then, if you said a sentence that rhymed, they were like, "What the fuck?" Burn her. This witch has bars. Burn this bitch alive. I want her killed. This bitch has bars. Everybody be like, "We heard you had bars." They had pitchforks and shit. You say some snappy shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. What did you say? What did you say? See you later, alligator. Burn this bitch alive. I'm just saying that's how it would go.
Yeah, well, now the
So
UFOs.
now, right, but that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
everything was angel devil back then,
Yeah.
and so you're absolutely right. I got visited by a demon, and you're right. Or look at the Egyptians, how they have things like airplanes and spaceships and winged men. You know what I'm saying? Like, which either tells me we find time travel, which makes me very sad because I feel like I would be rich enough to go back and find myself right now, and I have not done that, which means I might be dead, which is like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, every night I wait for me, and
But you can't go back and change the past. So if you come
but
back,
I would
and
come
change
back
it,
and tell, you know what? But I ain't gonna lie, life is pretty good. I might be back here fixing shit for me, and I don't even know it. I don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, I got my car at like a great price. I'm like, somebody do this for me, and it was just right there, and it was like, it's like Ray, you know what I'm saying? On your way, it's like a free ride. You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. So
Yeah, I guess you can change the past. There's a huge time paradox you just opened up. Because if you go back in time and change the past, then how did you get to the point where you went back in time to change the past? Your future self would be different because you have changed the past.
right, but I think that my future self would understand key mistakes that we've made that would enhance us. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, so my future self would be like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, nope, and it's like, oh man, it would just steer shit in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I'm about to, somebody's about to hit me with a car or something like that. So, my future self would trip them, bam, before they get in their car, and then they break their ankle like, and then they never drive, and I just keep walking, and I never knew.
Yeah.
And then I come back, I'm like, cool, my ankle's fixed, and I never knew.
That's
the kind of shit that I would do.
But okay, so that would make sense if there were multiple timelines in the future. So you'd have to have numerous timelines in the future, and then so like quantum, and then you would switch off and go to a different timeline.
Well, yes. However, what I'm doing is while going along the same timeline, back and forth, I'm literally dissolving a timeline by tripping this gentleman. So everything that existed has now been shifted. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so this person has not made a grave mistake, right? So this person, instead of going to jail, is going to the hospital to get his ankle fixed. It's because he was drunk and didn't kill somebody with his car. Instead, his family didn't have to put up with that. And then another day went on, and then, things were a lot more harmonious in this life. And so, maybe, like, there's another side of it, right? Maybe like a cop got killed because he didn't get called to that call. He got called to another gang violence call, and his family went through it. And then there's a paradox of that way. You know
So
what
it
I'm
all
saying?
has to end up. It has to hit certain key points
It
that
has
are
to
the
get certain
same
key
po-
points.
But otherwise, it can switch around.
It can switch around. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, you're right. I'm not claiming that my future self is super responsible with how we're affecting these timelines, because I ain't gonna lie. I feel like we used to spell Chick-fil-A different, and now I was back, and I'll be like, did I do that? I wonder if I did that.
That's the Mandela effect. A lot of people think Nelson Mandela died in that prison.
Yeah, I
And when
remember
they
it. I
found-
feel like I remember that.
Really?
I feel like I remember that being a thing.
You remember hearing that Nelson Mandela died in that prison?
I mean, because he was just very, very old when I was a kid, and I just felt like maybe we all just felt like, oh, he old and he going to prison, he dead. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just kind of how we interpret it. Like prison in Africa, yikes, he dead. It's probably hot in the motherfucker. He probably dead. It's probably it's probably like a lion in there. He old. He can't juke. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how he survives this imprisonment. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, how do I, like, I am not dead. I am not dead. You know what I'm saying? Do you see diamond? I don't know.
Okay, do you remember Berenstein Bears or Berenstain Bears? Spell Berenstein.
I'm not about to do that to myself. I'm not about to be up here like Charlotte McGann, Angela Yee. No, but I will say that I do remember Berenstein Bears.
It's not Berenstein, because now they say it's Berenstain, A-I-N.
Oh no, definitely ain't no Berenstain. It's Berenstein.
So
yeah.
Do we think the Mandela effect is based on time travel?
Shout out to Hippie. Goes. Shout out to who else up here? I see Mike Blackhand. Shout out to y'all, man. These are true CPs, man, from the Patreon who checking it out live. Of course, we are gonna see it when it come out, but this is this the new. Anyway,
I don't know if it's. I personally think there's a possibility that we can remember multiple timelines and multiple universes that exist next to each other.
I agree. I think that here's the thing: as we keep getting reset, there are remnants of those other timelines on us that we kind of remember. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be like, wait, did I? Don't I? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why deja vus happen, because some things. Here's the thing. Here's what I think deja vus are. Some things that was gonna happen anyway that just happened again, and you remember it happening because it happened before, but now it's just happening again because it's supposed to happen again. Like, your life didn't get affected. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine like in that scenario where I stopped that guy from hitting me with the car, right? So then there are cars in traffic that are gonna drive by that every single time. Nothing changes with them, mm-hmm. and so they're gonna have a deja vu. At that point, if they're in tune enough to feel it, they're gonna have a deja vu. It's almost like somebody like skipped the record for a second. Everybody in that moment, that nothing changed with them, but see, it's such a slight tick that a lot of us, something changes with us. For example, if you were around that, you saw that accident, and that's something that you saw. So now you don't see the accident, you don't have a deja vu because it's not the same for you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's such a huge ripple of small little details that you just think wouldn't be affected anywhere else, but they are. But anytime you're supposed to have that thing happen and you got remixed for whatever reason, especially like a big global reset that they want to turn everybody against, you're gonna have that deja vu.
That is really interesting. That is, I didn't really think about it like that. Okay, so this might be a silly question, but I'm just gonna ask it. Let's say you had gotten hit by the car, mm-hmm. and you come back in a wheelchair to stop the person from hitting you. When you stop him, do you stand up out of that wheelchair? Wheelchair disappears? Where is the self that came back to stop him?
Right. Okay, so hit me in a car and hit my car, so that it's like an accident. So like
it doesn't have to be you. I don't want to put that negativity on you.
I'm just saying, like, because I don't want to, because if I'm dead, then I can't come back anyway. Mm-hmm. And if I live, then it's probably fucked up my career. I can't be as rich as I'm going to be by that time anyway. So it's like, I'm not even going to be able to afford time travel like that. I'm going to be trying to borrow some money from somebody. But like, let me just go back real quick. Dude, like, come on, man. And then I fuck around, go back in time and miss the nigga. Like, because I'm in a wheelchair. Like, wait, there you go right there. Damn. And I got to cut. That was $1,700. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm begging to go back. Let me go back. Then I want to stay there. Now I'm here, old, homeless, don't want to hit myself up because I got too much pride. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to call me to come pick me up. So now I'm just here, stuck, and I'm going to reach that point and get right back into a loop, and I'm scared of that. I don't want to be living over there by the Best Buy.
You wouldn't call yourself for some help?
I think at that point, I know better. I don't want to mess, I know how old the kids are. I don't want to listen. I'm going through enough. I know how busy I am. I wouldn't want to call me.
Wow.
I wouldn't want to call me. I wouldn't bother me.
You should hit one of us up, though. Be like, don't tell CP, but I have come back in time to fix something.
You gonna be so old, like, who is this now? Hello? I'm like, it's me. It's me. CP. You got hit a long time ago by a car. My leg's fucked up. I'm down here right now. I can't hear you. Hold on. Talk to my grandbaby.
Okay.
I ain't got nobody to call if I came back, man. I'm just fucked up, no legs. Everybody gonna be scared of me. We all young. I'm gonna be like, I've been living outside. They be like, look at the fuck out of here. You know, like, I'm sorry. I'm cold. I'm old. I ain't got no legs. These nubs is cold. I'm cold. And I got a future wheelchair. Ain't nowhere to charge it. This bitch don't even exist. So my shit dead. Now I'm stuck.
This person asked, hippie goals asked, would I believe you if you came back, or if someone said I am CP?
All right, so we need to discuss a safe word right now. We need to discuss a safe word right now. People got to have me. Somebody's supposed to call my wife. Yeah, right. She know, because I know how I am. I'm like, who called you? Me? Yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, I'm going with you. I'm going with them. And then when I see me, I'm fucking me up. You ain't me. Crack. Don't whip my ass. Don't whip my ass. You know what I'm saying? Where you get a number from? Poof, I'm you. Where you get a number from? Poof, I'm you. It's like, I don't hear that shit. Oh, no, I'm in the hospital. I just got hit by a car. So I can't call me because my family's dealing with that.
But didn't you stop that from happening?
No, I missed them, remember?
Oh, no. So
I was like, there you go right there. God damn it, there you go. And then I missed them.
Oh, so you wasted all that time coming back. So
Yes,
you can't
I
change
wasted-
the past.
Exactly. Or if I miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means you can't change the past.
Right.
So you're going to do it for nothing.
If I miss them. I don't know why she keeps saying like if I miss him.
It's a time paradox. Okay.
You feel me? I gotta miss him because then I'm gonna come back. But if I miss him, I'm gonna be like, damn, and I'm gonna throw the receiver down. It's gonna break. Nobody who can fix it because time travel don't exist yet. They don't even have these kind of batteries. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have double B's.
You gotta go get a job at Caltech.
No,
You gotta be a
man.
regular dude at Caltech. This would be a hilarious movie.
This will be a
Write
dope
it
ass
up.
movie. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Write it up.
Okay.
All right. So what else? What else you got for me?
Do you want to stick to Ukraine? We kind of went off topic here,
Yeah, it's just
but we can stick to Ukraine.
Ukraine, they're getting little manned right now, and it's like that fight where they tell you and nobody better jump in, and then we all want to jump in, but we also know that they crazy and they start shooting, and we just swing on them, swing. Do a sweep. See if you can do a back sweep. And then they get in the car and we just drive. We like, man, look, you was holding your own. I ain't gonna hold you up. You was holding your motherfucking own. You hear me? You did your goddamn thing. I tell you what, when y'all got on the ground, you was fucking them up on the ground. They end up when they stood up, got in the air, they was fucking y'all up when they got in the air. But you was on the ground. I was like, damn. Everybody was telling you what you want to do. We can spin the block. You want some guns? I can call my people. You want some guns? Yeah, what y'all want to do? What y'all want to do? You want to get some guns? Tell you what, I dropped some guns off by Poland. I'm not coming in here. I dropped some guns off by Poland. I dropped some guns off right over there by Poland. Have somebody come pick these guns up by Poland. I'm going to call you when I get there. I'm going to send my, because I know somebody over there. I'm going to send a bunch of guns. Y'all need some, what y'all need? Y'all need some noodles? What y'all need over there? I'm going to send something. I'm dropping that by Poland. If somebody, they in some unmarks. Let me ask you where you got these guns from.
Well, Biden said that we are not going in. He says, I want to be clear. We will defend every inch of NATO territory with the full might of a united and galvanized NATO, but we will not fight a war against Russia and Ukraine. He said that in writing. A direct confrontation between NATO and Russia is World War III and something we must strive to prevent. So he said, no, we're not helping you.
So this doesn't make no sense. I want to be very, very clear. We will defend every inch of NATO territory with the full might of a united and galvanized NATO. Next time. They caught us really off guard. Hey, listen. Nobody want to fight right now. Listen, it's cold. Like, listen.
Ukraine is not part of NATO. Ukraine is not. That's why.
I didn't even know they wasn't in NATO. You know
No,
what?
they're not in
Hey,
NATO.
can I tell you something? I don't even know what the fuck NATO is. Let's keep it very clear. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I know what the fuck NATO is. Let's find out what NATO is together.
These are the 12. All right, there are 30 members of NATO right now.
Lit.
There are 12 original, which is Belgium, Canada, Denmark, France, Iceland, Italy, Luxembourg, the Netherlands, Norway, Portugal, the United Kingdom, and the United States. Those are the OG's original.
Off top.
Yeah. And since we have added more members of NATO. So basically, Article 5 of NATO says that if any one of the countries in NATO is attacked, we all have to go to war. We're all full on war with these countries.
Off top.
So it has expanded, now includes Greece, Turkey, Germany, Spain, the Czech Republic, Hungary,
Yeah.
Poland,
Off top.
Bulgaria,
Sound like a clone.
Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Romania,
Yeah.
Slovakia,
Yep.
Slovenia, Albania,
Yep.
Croatia, Montenegro, and North Macedonia now.
North Macedonia. Fuck South Macedonia, but North Macedonia lit. All right, so look. No, because my cousin from North Macedonia, they go crazy, but they be like, if you want to get the good weed, you gotta go to South Macedonia, but it's like we not protected by NATO, so they're not really fuck with it. So we smoked that NATO OG right up in North Macedonia. It's fire to me, but they be like, we want to get higher. Anyway, listen. Ah, man. So basically, Ukraine not in it.
Nope.
But now they like, help us.
Yep. And we can't because we cannot go to war with Russia.
When Russia, and so this like a chess move. And Russia like, fuck it, let me take Ukraine just to show everybody how ruthless I am. And y'all can't do shit about Ukraine because Ukraine is not in the NATO. And we like, y'all better not fuck with nothing NATO. And they come right to the edge of Poland like, like they trying to pinch niggas in Poland. You better not pinch us. You better not pinch us over here in Poland. Get your hands off of us and do not pinch us. Come on in Poland, get some guns. Y'all need some noodles? Come get some guns. And we got all the guns at the border. And it's like a game of laser tag. They run to the border in Poland and they grab the gun and turn around, and Russian niggas be like, oh shit. They got us. That's how it is.
That's how it is. Every inch. He said every inch in NATO, but we're not going in.
Yeah. Ooh, I go right into the edge of Poland and be like, y'all know y'all ain't shit. I have my idea. And nigga, hey, I'm NATO. You better, hey.
NATO was initially established after the Second World War. It was established, to battle the USSR, the up-and-coming USSR, who we had been allies with during the Second World War. So that it's a defensive alliance, and it's with the OGs who won the Second World War, but not Russia, which to me is still like a little messed up. But I'm not
Russia
gonna
knew that because Russia don't need nobody. Russia like, no, we good. We got all this big ass land. You know what I'm saying? Russia got organism 46B.
What's that?
You know, I talk about it all the time. It's only right to talk about it on my podcast. It is basically a huge alien cephalopod that was found in an underground lake in Antarctica while Russian scientists were digging. There's like 5 scientists. One of them got killed, or maybe 6, and one of them got killed. Anyway, they brought it back to Russia so that it could be weaponized because it had all kind of hallucinogenic powers. It had morphing ability because it's a cephalopod. It was turning itself to literally one of them. And so.
That is, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I'm not going to get into it because people in the comments be always clowning like, here he go, talk about organism 46B. But it's just one of the most fascinating fucking conspiracies that I've ever fucking heard. And it's like, dog, it involves an animal that does exactly everything that the predator does. And that, it does everything that, it literally, it does a lot of shit.
That's really interesting. As far as NATO goes, when the Soviet Union collapsed, they asked to join NATO, and we said, nah. And they were like, well, you going to get rid of NATO then, since we're not a Soviet Union anymore? And we were like, nah.
Didn't Donald Trump almost pull us out of NATO?
Yeah, he wanted to get rid of NATO because any one of those 30 countries, if any one of them gets attacked, we have to go full on war.
Right.
Which is
that's a lot of responsibility
for 30 countries.
But I feel like as I was reading those countries, I'm like, oh yeah, this is where a lot of our favorite shit come from. So we got to make sure that's like, can't take that. That's for that good ass cologne. Oh no, not them goddamn noodles. Got to protect the noodles. Oh shit, don't forget them. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's everywhere we like to travel. So.
No, that's true. He wanted to get us out of NATO, and he wanted those countries to pay more money because you're supposed to pay 2% of your gross domestic product or whatever on military, and these other countries weren't paying that. And he was saying, why are we paying like 30% of our budget on our military and y'all aren't paying any of your budget, and we're gonna come and fight your wars for you? And they were like, man, forget you, Donald Trump. And then now they're paying their budget because they understand that Russia might.
Yeah, I bet they are kind of bulking up. They was over there running around with no shoes on, thinking shit was sweet. You know what I'm saying? Catching lobsters and shit in their little tropical little shit, and now they got to fight. They mad at us. Yeah, well, guess what, Maui? Time to scrap. You know what's crazy though? As a black man, you know, like we got this new neighbor that back in Detroit back in the day, and I remember like he was like an African dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's like straight from Africa. He looked just like the Blood Diamond dude, like a big African dude, just very like, who's you? You know what I'm saying, right? And, you know, and my dad was cool. My dad used to like barbecue all the time, and all the dads to come down and have a beer. And so, you know, they was kind of scared of the African dude. They didn't know what he was on, but he ended up being cool. He'd come drink beers with them and shit, and they would talk, you know. And they used to be always trying to like trading a little, like, you know, kind of like war stories. So he'd be like, you know, we have warriors. He's like, nigga, we warriors too, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if it go down, it go down, you know, whatever. And then it was a riot because Malice Green got killed back in the day in Detroit. And then this nigga was out in the middle of the street like, brothers! Kiss your families goodbye. It is time to fight for everything that we have been living for. And it's like, oh, so they are rioting in the streets. It is time to fight now and live and die. My dad knew that. Whoa, nigga, whoa. Wait. No, you say if it go down, it go down. We like, nigga, whoa. Kiss your family goodbye. I have extra AKs. When we run out of bullets, we will use rocks. But we will live. I was like, he's like, hey.
So he was serious. He was serious about it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was ready to die. You know, we had to talk him down. And now he don't even like that no more. Now he just be fat. He be like, I understand now that the barbecue and the beer and the weed is more important than than us trying to fight every war. We can't fight every war. It's not our problem. It's just the barbecue. The barbecue and the weed.
Do you think we would fight for North Macedonia?
Hell, fuck yeah. Like I said, I got people over there. They make good ass skates. People don't know that. Macedonian skates is lit. Them motherfuckers glide at night. I think we're like, I want to be you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, please, skating with one skate on the wall. If your game is on, give me a combo. You know what I'm saying? When that shit came on, I don't give a fuck if I was playing Street Fighter or nothing. You had to skate. Because that was a good ass song. I don't know who made that song. Some of these songs be like little white groups and you don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember that song, get out the seat and jump around. Jumping around. Those is white dudes. I'm like, what the fuck? For real? And then it's like, wait a minute. They are saying jump good as fuck. Jump up, and get down. I was like, oh shit, wait a minute. They are pronouncing the shit out. Go, everybody. It was like, yeah. Y'all almost had me. You know what I'm saying? Staying alive. Ha. Staying alive. I'm like, yeah, you gotta listen. You got to listen, you know what I'm saying? You got to listen. They can't help but put shit on there. It's, you know, I feel it. It's like they speak Czech. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the language. They speak Czech. You ever misspell some shit on the Czech? I don't give a fuck how dumb it was. You be like, G-E-G. Oh. Gee. You ain't gonna misspell shit on the check. Anyway.
Well, that's what Biden says. He says you come into NATO, but we did mess around and give Ukraine some weapons, and we were pushing NATO up to Russian territory. That's why Vladimir Putin says that he invaded the Ukraine, because we were trying to put Ukraine into NATO. But whether that was going to happen or not, I don't know.
Oh, we were trying to put Ukraine in.
We were flirting with it.
They were trying to get in.
Yeah, we were flirting with it.
Their president is cool. He like, man, I'm trying to be, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to come to Miami. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to get that open. He seemed like a cool Miami style nigga. Nah, it's fucked up. Nah. All right, so let's do it like this. Devil's advocate, okay? You be Russia, okay? Right? I'm me, cool as fuck in America.
CP not involved.
No, okay. All right, fuck it. I'm America. I'm Biden, okay? And I call you like a granddaddy. What's this I hear about you done ran up in Russia? You done ran Russia, look at me. You done ran up in Ukraine? I like that little boy over there. What are you doing? Hold on a second, huh? Huh? Give me my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday pill holder. Yeah, bring me my, because I got to take my, don't worry about it. Bring me the goddamn Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Don't worry about why the goddamn Thursday full. Anyway.
Okay, I'm Vladimir Putin, and I'm evil former KGB.
You evil?
Shh. They don't think like we think. By our standards, he's messy. He kills.
His last name is Putin, and nobody ever talks about that at all. That's how evil the nigga must be. That nigga last name is Putin. I'm like, nobody's gonna hit that. That's a very on the nose little. You know what I'm saying? He just be over there like. And another thing, we are taking Ukraine, and we are coming out of Ukraine, and we are going to take everything. And you know something else? I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay.
You're Vladimir.
I'm Vladimir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you can't put nukes on my border, because if I came to your border, if I came to Mexico and tried to put nukes, you wouldn't let me do that. And when we tried to put nukes in Cuba, y'all did a full-on blockade, almost led to World War III.
Are y'all cool with Mexico? Are y'all cool with Cuba? No, we have a real relationship with Poland. Poland is our niggas, and they fuck with Ukraine. They on the border. And we went to a little card game, and Ukraine was there. We was like, y'all niggas cool as fuck. And we just been talking like, hey, you know, we over here protected. If y'all want to come back with us, we'll, you know what I'm saying? They're like, we everybody getting out. Like, what you mean, nigga? Hey, y'all fuck with the. And then you found out because you weren't invited to the card game, but you be Putin. And you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, you know, it's kind of like you need to stop drinking so much cream in your coffee, Vladimir. But go ahead. Anyway, I'm listening.
During the Cuban Missile Crisis, we tried to pull the same thing in Cuba. And at that time, y'all nearly shut down the whole world, made a full-on blockade. You wouldn't let us do it. So why is it okay for you to put nukes in the Ukraine or in Ukraine, and it's not okay for us to put nukes in Cuba?
All right. First of all, did we went about it did we beat up Cuba?
Yeah, we invaded. But we failed. The U.S. failed. The Bay of Pigs was a disaster for Kennedy.
Oh, what happened?
Well, Cuba's a communist.
I was dead, or I wasn't born.
You weren't born yet.
I wasn't alive. I don't know if I was dead or what, but go ahead though.
Well, during that time, Cuba used to be really cool, and we used to go there to vacation like it was Vegas or something. So in like the 50s, Cuba was mad cool. It had all the resorts. Everyone was sexy, dancing, just great vacation spot. Castro came in, overthrew it, turned it communist. And so communist, that lines up with Russia. And so we had Cubans here, and then the Bay of Pigs was, our Cubans were like, we're going to go and take Cuba back. And so Kennedy said, all right, we're going to support you. We're not going to give you air defense. So y'all go and try to take Cuba back. Good luck with that. Failed miserably. And they got killed. And Kennedy kind of got the blame for that. But he's like, I'm not doing any more than that. Now, the Cuban Missile Crisis was Russia was going to put missiles in Cuba. USSR, sorry. They weren't Russia so much. And then we said, no, you're not. And then they're like, oh, we're putting missiles in Cuba because we can. And Cuba's sovereign territory. And we made a blockade and said, no, you are not. You are not going to hit this blockade. You are not putting missiles in Cuba. No, you are absolutely not. And they turned around. And then there was a backroom deal with Khrushchev where we gave up something around Europe. But we were able to save face. So everybody was able to save face. And we averted World War III.
Wow. Well, first of all, that's fucked up. But as America, which is basically a white woman, we don't like it and it scares us. And we would like you to stop because you are making a lot of noise out here. And I'll tell you something else. You look very mean. And you're hurting a lot of people's feelings. I'm just going to say that.
Well, why do you get to invade Iraq?
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they do over there? Do you know what they do?
What?
It's very hot. They wear full body things. And they, you know. And so, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And obviously, as America, I could not stand for that. And they had some really good oils, some essential oils that I like over there. And I was like, well, if we're going to invade them, can we get a couple of barrels of this essential oil? And then they were trying to tax us for it. And so a couple people got killed, I suppose. But, I think all in all, I think that as America, I think that it was scary and we did not like it. And we did not like to see that when we fly by our countries that we're stealing from and we see people just standing around, and I don't like it. And so, yeah, I don't feel bad for those people as America. That's what America would say.
As Vladimir Putin, I would say, well, they have Nazis in the government in Ukraine, and so we have to go and we have to stop the Nazis. Are you for Nazis, Joe Biden?
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First of all, they're retired Nazis. Can I say that? Because hey, we're not looking for Dale Earnhardt at the race because he's retired. Well, he's dead. But I'm trying to say, we're not looking for, if you be like, is there a doctor in the house? And then two people say, here. And then one of them is like, well, I'm retired. And the other one's like, well, I'm practicing. We're going to go with the guy that's practicing, not the guy that's retired. We can't hold people, So, I mean, I say we kill them in their sleep after everything's done. Side note, Joe Biden, you don't give a fuck. Joe Biden's like, who's a Nazi? Which one? Gerald? You're bullshitting. Gerald's a Nazi? Hell, I didn't even know that. Well, I tell you what. Don't ask, don't tell. NATO.
Well, that's what it seems to be. It seems to be that we're just ignoring the fact that there's neo-Nazis in the government.
Hey, they are telling black people they can't get on them trains and shit, and that's fucked up. That kind of made me be like, man, look, dog, I'm about to go home. You know how two people fighting and you realize, like, man, I don't like neither one of these motherfuckers. I'm finna go home. This ain't even a fight I want to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, I'm out. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Call me, let me know who won.
We'll see. We'll see who wins in this. Ukraine is holding their own. They're holding their own, but I don't know if they can withstand all of Russia's forces.
Yeah, I was about to say Russia. This is only wave number one. Ukraine is playing Call of Duty on zombies right now. Just like wave 2 completely. Like, woo! All right, we did that. We did that. Wave 3 coming. They could be like, giants. God damn, they got. You know what I'm saying? Russia got some shit, man. That's beyond the wall. Anyway, what else? Let's get off Ukraine, man. For them motherfuckers come knocking on my door. We would like to talk to CP.
Well, there is a very interesting story. 2 dead after a camel attacked people, went on the loose, went on a spree, and attacked people in Tennessee. So a wayward camel, I'll send it to Amir right now. On the loose, the victims were identified as a 42-year-old and a 67-year-old. A loose camel attacked and killed 2 men at a Northwest Tennessee farm, officials confirmed. Yeah.
Yeah, they've been trying to either I'm gonna tell you, either they've been fucking this camel. Just like them ages sound like a fucking animal age. You know what I'm saying? 42 and 67. Yeah, they was fucking this camel, and he got loose. And he just, because he's like, he didn't know where the fuck he at. Tennessee? Are you serious? I got on one flight. They didn't tell me where the fuck, what the fuck is a camel doing in Tennessee? He might be the 8th camel ever in Tennessee. And yeah, he got sick of them, you know what I'm saying? Fuck him. They probably was fucking right in his feet. That's how you fucking camel, kept fucking camel toes. Camel toe. But no, they definitely was fucking this camel. This has camel sex trafficking written all over it. They was fucking shot at this camel. And then, nah! And then that nigga got loose and started kicking their ass. Poof, 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 poof. And the camel kicks ain't like horse kicks. Camel kicks will knock you out first. So it take 2 or 3 of them to really crush you. Poof, poof, poof. Oh, shit. What was the camel name? Come on, Humpy. Don't do this, Humpy. Humpy, look at me. We never meant it. You liked it. Poof, poof, poof. That'd be the last word. You liked it.
I'm going to say, for legal reasons, there's no evidence that they were fucking the camel. CP is just joking.
Well, they're
These men are
dead now, and they're dead, and the camel can't talk, but read between the fucking lines. You in Tennessee, and you killed the only 2 niggas you know? They were fucking you. Why would you kill the only 2 niggas you know in town?
We don't know. The reasons are unknown.
Come on, he didn't get there by himself. Camel can't drive a boat. Camel can't fly a plane. All camel can do is walk. Nigga can't walk across the ocean. No, they brought him here. They was fucking him, probably not feeding him. Probably was skinny. Once you live off that first hump, that's when the headache set in. Cause you're like, oh, I'm really hungry. I didn't ate my first hump. Cause they live off the hump. The hump got all the juice in it. Right after that 3rd hump, he probably had a smooth back like a horse. He was dehydrated. They was fucking him every day. And just I say him because it's a camel and it's not a feminine animal, but I'm sure it probably was a woman camel. They, what I'm saying, yeah, it probably was a camel bitch.
I'll just respond to Hippie Goals. Hippie Goals asks, were they trampled? It doesn't say in the story. It does say that the animal attacked the sheriff's office vehicle as deputies were attempting to move the victim.
Because you've seen Stranger Things. The sheriff is always in on it. The sheriff's always a part of the little town. Everything that's going on in the little towns, the sheriff knows what's going on. Camel hump has fat in it. Exactly. Fat inside the body is juice. It's a big smoothie. You ever seen fat? It's a smoothie. It looks like, it's a smoothie. It looks, yeah. But the fat was gone. Listen, I'm going to say this, man. On the CP podcast, this is kind of what we're going to come to expect. We talk about a couple of things. We give our opinion. If you don't see me again, it's because they got me for this shit. I mean, that's just what it is. They got me. Because I finally got a place where I can say everything I need to say. Like, I had nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? Ukraine, it was not aliens, because anytime somebody got to put themselves in the story that summon the aliens, like, fam, stop. Because I pray all the time, and nothing ever happens. I done left God plenty of voicemails. By the time he get back to my shit, I'm grown and could have been forwarded it. You know what I'm saying? Or got evicted. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's not, you need to know somebody up there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know an angel, somebody to really, like, push a period through. Other than that, you are in line. And they do not have a lot of people in customer service. I imagine heaven being very fun and nobody want to really get a job. And I think if you work in heaven, it's because that's a punishment. That's right before you got to go to hell. Like if they catch you fucking, you got to work at the DMV. Now, it ain't just fun and games for you, because you are not supposed to be fucking up here. So, You know what I'm saying? You know, and really, I think that's where we getting to. Nobody want to work. Having a job gonna be the new jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you get a traffic ticket, 2 years at Popeyes. No! Is there a problem? Just start making 3 years. If you're late 5 times, another year added. God damn. What? That needs to be the new jail. Jobs is gonna be the new jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know. Oh, you killed somebody in traffic because you had road rage. 2 years at the DMV. Front line. 8 to 10 p.m. every day.
I guess if you're working at the DMV and you're not in jail, you can't like read a bunch of books, get a degree, become a Muslim or anything.
No, you gonna become one of them fat DMV bitches. You know what I'm saying? Just waiting for your break. You know what I'm saying? Talking shit about people and when people can still hear you. Stan, I'm so tired of these motherfucking customers. I tell you what, they rude as fuck. And that's where work should come from. Everybody else should just get. If you're a good person, you should just get a couple dollars every month for being cool. The second you break a law, you gotta fucking work. And I mean, Pop-Ass biscuits and the ice cream machine, tech, all of that. We need all these motherfuckers. Oh, you want to murder somebody, nigga? You would do life as a janitor at a chili festival. You are the porta potty emptier at the Chili Texas cook-off, and you travel with it. And that's what you do. And people shit new chili out all the time. New chili can't stay nowhere down nobody's stomach. New chili, championship chili. You're eating championship chili, and anyway, whatever. So that's that. And then they definitely fucked that camel. And then what else? What else was it? No, I mean we got to call a spade a spade. You
we
know
don't
what I'm
have
saying?
any evidence they fucked the camel.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Have you seen these sheep asses? There's a certain kind of sheep that's walking around with a fucking Nicki Minaj ass. you can look this up. It's a certain kind of sheep that's walking around looking like a flock of buy me a drink, buy me a drink, buy me a drink, buy me a drink. Buy me a drink, buy me a drink. And that's why them shepherds be out there broke all the time and them sheep be rich because they spend their whole check fucking them sheep. And so I would imagine, I done seen some camels, if you know what I'm saying, like, if they shave, they'd be like, oh, she got a little fat little camel ass. You know what I'm saying? Fat little camel. Horses, fat ass. The horse ass, you ever see a bitch horse? Horsey bitch.
I can't say that I have seen such a sexy horse.
Well, no, they only because all they show you is them big dick horses running around doing all the work. But it's women horses too. But that ass looks so hard. You be like, I ain't finna fuck this big megadon ass horse. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like fucking a horse as a man fucking the horse. It would be like, it would damn near be like. It'd be too much. You'll be so intimidated. That would be humbling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be humbling. Of course, it'd be like, that's all the dick you got? You'd be like, all right, horse, I get it. You know what I'm saying? You treat me like a human. Don't treat me like you was expecting a horse. You understand this is a punishment for me. Don't come here talking shit. I'm on a stool. Anyway.
Hippie Girl says you're about to get a new weird genre of followers.
Yeah, they gonna be on the next episode like, well, if you must know how to fuck a horse, first you have to sedate it. Hell, get your goddamn dick kicked off. You don't do it the right way. You got to butter that bitch up. Couple carrots. I like to make a slaw of carrot, apple, cabbage. When I want her to get sassy. Pop one of them Bill Cosby pills in that bitch, then hello America. It's like, no. Why did he say that? Okay, next time, that's next episode. Why would you say that out loud though, Bill Cosby? Hello America. That's why he did that time. They was like, Your Honor, clearly, hello America. Hello America. All right, y'all.
Oh my God.
My name is Comedian CP. This is the first episode of the CP podcast. This is what we're gonna be pretty much doing. Join my Patreon if you want to watch these live as we do them. I think it's pretty dope. Gives us a little bit of an audience. Shout out to the C peeps that are in here right now. Shout out to Michael Blackham. Shout out to Hippie. Shout out to Tori. You know what I'm saying? And there's only 4 of us in here, so whoever the fuck else it was, they didn't leave a comment. But you know what I'm saying? I appreciate them anyway, man. We out of here, man. Maya, you want to say anything?
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, we out. Peace.